Hey guys, so I'm sure you all saw that Nintendo decided to pretty casually announce who the 6th DLC fighter is going to be, and turns out it's a character from ARMS. Yeah, this was kinda out of the blue here because it felt like Nintendo had done all they wanted to for the ARMS franchise in Smash, but it seems like now they really want to push this series. But honestly, it makes a lot of sense. Even though a big company like Nintendo has a lot of premier franchises like Zelda, Mario, and Pokemon, it's not every day that a new IP is successful. While ARMS might not be at the peak of its popularity right now, or even as popular as Splatoon was, it was still pretty much a success, so it makes sense. This inclusion undoubtedly changes the landscape for the entirety of speculation of Fighters Pass 2. Any patterns that we previously conceived don't seem to be as significant as they once were. This further proves to us that Nintendo can do whatever they want, there are no rules. Now the question is, who is this fighter going to be? They didn't tell us outright, just that there will be a fighter from the series. I have a few ideas of what they can do, so let's dive into that. They could do Springman, of course, however I'm not entirely sure that's likely, given the fact that Springman is already an assist trophy, and if he was the representative, why would they hide it in this direct? I think Ribbon Girl is pretty likely, and that's because we do need a solely female character before the DLC ends. And maybe her alts could follow the trend with Min Min, Lollipop, and maybe Twintel. However, that would be difficult considering the fact that she fights with her hair and not her arms. Now, we don't know exactly if it's possible for them to resurrect Springman from an assist trophy in this DLC pack. But would they really add an ARMS character without Springman being the playable character? I mean, it just seems odd, right? But we know that he's an assist trophy, spirit, and Mii costume, and they didn't just outright confirm that it was going to be Springman. So that puts us in a bit of a weird spot. There are a lot of likely scenarios and a lot of different possibilities. So to make it easily understandable, I've put what I think are the most likely options for this fighter into this segment right here. Option 1. Nintendo didn't know about Fighters Pass 2 at the time of Springman's assist trophy, and they want to take the opportunity to push this series into the future even though Springman is an assist trophy. Option 2. Springman will be the character, but he'll have so many premium costumes representing other ARMS characters that it will be more about the series and less about him. Just like how Hero is not really about the Luminary, but rather as Dragon Quest as a whole. And finally, the third option is a theory that a lot of people have been talking about, that the character is actually from an ARMS sequel coming out soon. Now let's discuss all the options. Option 1. The idea that Nintendo didn't know about Fighters Pass 2 when they were making Springman's assist trophy is honestly pretty likely. To think about it, Smash came out in 2018, so they were probably making the assist trophies maybe that year or the year before in 2017. Right now it's 2020. So yeah, that makes sense that they wouldn't know about the DLC characters by then. So it would make sense that Nintendo would say, listen, we know that we already put him as an assist trophy, but we still want to push this game. So we're gonna do whatever we want. That makes sense to me. However, a little part of me doesn't believe that Nintendo didn't know that Smash Ultimate was going to be successful, especially on the Switch that was already selling well. Option 2, that Springman will be representing an ensemble cast. This makes a lot of sense because we did see all those characters on screen during his, quote, reveal trailer, if you can call it that. Maybe they're trying to tell us that all these characters are coming in as alternate costumes, being an unprecedented amount of costumes for any kind of character. Finally, the third option, that Springman is not the character, and rather it will be a character from ARMS 2. This is something that a lot of people are talking about, and it fits in line with the theory that I've been talking about a lot on this channel. That theory being that the DLC fighters come to Smash before a new game or release happens on the Switch. This is because more people are likely to indulge in series and games after they play the characters in Smash. For example, Hero came out before Dragon Quest XI was released on the Switch. I know myself, for example, I basically only got Dragon Quest XI because Hero was in Smash, and therefore I was introduced to a whole new series. We've also seen this with Joker and with Byleth. With this in mind, and the fact that it's been 3 years since the first game released, it's pretty likely that we're getting a sequel. So why is this likely? Well, for one, why would they make Springman an assist trophy in the first place? ARMS did release a year before Smash Ultimate, but by that point it was probably likely he was already programmed as an assist trophy. So it's not like they were going to take him out in case ARMS was successful. Thus, if Nintendo wanted Springman, I'm honestly baffled why they didn't wait and see if ARMS was going to be successful, because having him as an assist trophy wasn't really going to sell copies of ARMS, but having him as a fighter would. With this in mind, I'm kind of leaning towards the idea that Springman is not the representative here. Furthermore, if there was no sequel coming, then why wouldn't they make Springman the character? It's not like they're going to represent a big new series without the mascot. But I could see them doing it if it was the mascot of the sequel instead. A lot of people have already accepted this as the option, but there is some doubtful evidence. For one, this would be a big risk for Nintendo. The first ARMS game was received well, but betting on a brand new character from a series that's not necessarily a household name is a bold move. That's like adding in Roy before they put in Marth. And while yes, Smash takes risks on series like Pokemon, because it's Pokemon. Also, there was Pikachu and Jigglypuff before there was Greninja and Incineroar. While this does seem like a pretty likely option, I'm not entirely sold on the idea of them not having Springman as a playable character. So personally, if you ask me, I think option 2 is what will be happening. I think Springman will be the character, but with him we'll be getting a huge ensemble cast with the amount of costumes that are unprecedented before, and a gameplay mechanic that might be a little broken. And if that's the case, that's going to completely change the landscape of Smash speculation, because that would mean assist trophies are able to be resurrected from that spot, and a lot of new characters will be on the table. However, if you ask me, I think the only assist trophy that's really got a chance of becoming a fighter is Waluigi. Of course, I'm still open to any option or any possibility that they decide to go with for this character. I'm sure it's going to be cool. But yeah, guys, it's going to be a long time till we get this character in June, so be sure to like and subscribe if you liked the video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you guys again so much for watching this video. If you got this far, you're awesome, and be sure to let me know in the comments how awesome you are, because I'd really appreciate that. I'm really excited for this character. I hope they do Ribbon Girl, Min Min, Twintel, and Lollipop. That would be what I'd do for this character, just to be a little bit more unique. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a crazy couple of months till we find out this character, so until next time, I'll see you guys later.